Welcome all to the black hole of exploring knowledge, the analysis hole. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for further notifications to my upcoming videos. These are some of the important objective type questions from your chapter The Company of Lovers, a poem by Judith Wright. Question number 1. In Judith Wright's poem Company of Lovers, what central theme are explored? It is love, mortality and human condition. Next question. What is the significance of the phrase "we meet and part now" over all the world in the poem? It symbolizes the transitory nature of human relationships. Next, what imagery does the poet use to describe the lover's happiness in the night? It is hands together in the night. What does the phrase "grope in the night to find me and embrace" suggest about lovers? It is they are searching for each other in darkness. What is the significance of death being portrayed as marshalling up his armies? It symbolizes the power and authority of death. What does the term cordons refer in the poem? It is lines or boundaries. What effect does the poetry of the narrow grave have in the poem? It conveys a sense of confinement and finality. What does the repetition of the phrase "one thing, one only" emphasize in the poem? The singularity and exclusivity of love. What does the phrase take hands together in the night, forget" imply about the lovers? It is they find comfort in each other's presence. What does the poet suggest about the lovers' happiness in the second stanza? It is transient and fleeting. How does Judith Wright portray death in the poem? As a powerful adversary. What does the phrase "take hands together in the night" symbolize in the poem? It is unity and connection. What does the poet suggest about the lovers' awareness of mortality? It is they are constantly reminded of it. See. What does the phrase "in the narrow grave we shall be lonely" suggest about death? It is solitary and isolating experience. See. What is the significance of the imagery of the night in our brief happiness? It highlights the fleeting nature of happiness. How does the poet use sensory imagery in the poem? To evoke emotional responses. B. What effect does the repetition of the phrase "for a time" have in the poem? It highlights the transitory nature of happiness. What does the phrase "for this one thing, one only" suggest about the lovers' priorities? They prioritize their relationship above all else. C. What is the significance of the imagery of death marshals up his armies round us now? It suggests a sense of urgency and danger. What does the phrase "their footsteps crowd too near" implied about death? It is an imminent danger. B. What does the poet suggest about the relationship between love and fear in the poem? Love triumphs over fear. A. How does the poet create tension in the poem? By juxtaposing themes of love and death. C. What does the phrase "grope in the night to find me and embrace" suggest about the lovers' relationship? They are lost and searching for each other. A. What does the poet imply about the inevitability of death in the poem? It is a natural part of life. B. What is the overall tone of the poem? The overall tone of the poem is melancholic and contemplative. B. So some more short questions from this poem, same poem. Judith Wright was an Australian poet. In which year Judith Wright was born? She was born in 1915. In which year Judith Wright got Grace Levin Prize for Literature? In 1950. Name the book in which Judith Wright collected her addresses and speeches. It is Because I Was Invited. A. Name the book in which Wright described the struggle to save the Ellison Reef from coral limestone mining and the Swain Reefs from oil exploration. It is The Coral Battleground. Name the memoir written on the life of Judith Wright, Half a Lifetime. And that's all. Note down all these answers from this poem in your notebook for your external